Hello everyone. My name is Evan Matthews. I work on a couple of Jack's productions and episodes in the series that he does. Um, so I'm guessing this is my own opening night because no one else but me and a buddy got to see this. But I just came back from watching Crawl, which is a summer disaster monster-ish movie. I wouldn't say it's a monster movie because there's no monsters. It's just alligators. Starring Celeste and Barry Pepper as a daughter-father duo who must survive a Class 5 hurricane in Florida. Well, their house is quickly being flooded with alligators. Um. So, oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed because this is my first time. But what the hell? um. I'm gonna say I when I first saw the trailer for this, I didn't really care for it. Like I didn't know what to expect from it. Like it could have been really bad. That because there's been like a bunch of like monster alligator or crocodilian type horror movies that are just ridiculous, not really good in the acting. You came to expect what it was. This I will say it's a pleasant surprise because it's actually quite a good movie. And I'm not just saying like you're not like I'm not saying that like you're going to get like what more than you think you're going to expect. Like no, you came to see alligators, you're going to get the alligators. Which I will say, like the CGI on the alligators are pretty accurate to how they move, how they crawl around, how they sound, and it's quite a light because there's plenty of good shots in the alligators, and it doesn't waste time in like getting to it. Like it's only a couple minutes in where we actually see like the threat between the daughter and the father. I will also say that the acting is between those two alone is actually pretty good. Good, like the chemistry, the backstory of like the daughter being an athletic swimmer, always downing herself, and the father is just who has his own issues with his family because he's kind of estranged with his wife and their sister, and you kind of see the connection and struggle that they go into throughout the drama, while also trying to avoid being mauled alive by these vicious reptilians. Um, yeah, so no, that's really handled well down. I will say that the strongest of the duo is the daughter. Like she's really well acted. Like you buy her snarkiness, you buy her goals and personality, and I think that the actress really did a good job in portraying her. I also think that the tension there is actually good because it slowly starts off like very low, like in a crawl space. I get it, the title crawl. Yeah, I'm fucking lonely. It's whatever. But no, it starts below where she's trying to explore what happened to her father because there's a hurricane going out and you it's in Florida and you want to evacuate and get to safety. So she goes into the crawl space. She finds it's pretty well it's pretty well lit as well. I will say the cinematography is very good. Like there is a shot that actually I think is a homage to like one of like the very original Alien where it's so dark that you can't see anything, and then you see in the background that something's moving, like a tail or something. It's got a couple good shots like that. That. So she's exploring the crawl space and trying to look for her father. She finds that he's unconscious, that something has bitten into his arm, and that's when we get our first jump scare. There are a couple of jump scares, and I think for the most part, like you're going to expect them, and they're going to startle you, but they're not like big, massive, dick kicking. Oh, we're going to fake you out, and then boo, there it is. Although there are a couple instances where it's like that at the very end, but for the most part the jump scares are harmless. Like they do what they're there for, so it's not that big of a deal. There's going to be a couple of things like jumping out of the water. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, I will say that one of the weaker points in the movie is that some of they get injured. Like you would expect like plot armor, like oh they're gonna kick some ass and shoot some gators. For the most part, the gators don't actually take that much damage outside of like a few of them. you know, like they really do some damage to like some of the civilians. There's one scene where there's like a couple trying to rob like from a convenience store, trying to get in because there's flooding going on, and they're quickly killed off by the Gators, and in a realistic way too. Like they do like the thrashing. Actually, they move to like any sudden like splashes or sounds, and they do perform like a couple of death rolls to try and tear off the limbs of their victims. The sound design is really good. Like you believe like the girly growls that these gators make, as well as as limbs thrashing about. So the sound design is also really good. Good. Like you buy him when the father who has broken his leg because he wrestled one of these things is just trying to apply pressure back in just so his leg can snap in. That all right. I got myself sidetracked because I was supposed to get on about what were the weaker movies. There's a couple of moments where you're like, there's no way you could have survived that. Like, alligators have pretty strong jaws, and like the moment they clamp down, they're not gonna let go for any reason until they wriggle it off and realize. Like, gators have very strong bites. So the fact that both the daughter and the father have their arms bitten into and limbs bitten into, and they somehow manage to slip them out and like get that, like, no way, that's fucking bullshit. You should have your limb missing. Though to be fair, in a later scene, the father does, I mean, spoilers by far, if you don't care, the father does eventually lose his arm to like alligator, so they're not complete immunity, but it's kind of hard to buy them still like going on for survival when they've lost a lot of blood. So I guess that can take you out of the movie. That's probably one of the weaker. The dialogue is also kind of corny at times. Like when the two are bickering at each other, you don't buy it. You kind of roll your eyes like, just fucking work together and get the fuck out of there. Like the tension is always building because the water is slowly rising because the storm keeps going on, and once the water rises enough, the gator is going to be able to swim, which means you're even in more danger. So, but aside of that I think the movie is well made, and I think if you go in there with like little expectations, you're going to actually enjoy a lot of it. I don't know if my fuck. I kind of paused myself because I'm looking at my camera right now, and I want to make sure that everyone can see me in mode, even though I don't think people care about my appearance. I want to make sure like the lighting is good and all that. I think this is a good location to shoot because normally when we do like open nights, it's in a car, but it's like I don't really dig like the lighting in that. No, I didn't. I as a aspiring photographer as I want to make sure the lighting is good and like the image is good. So I don't know. Maybe this will work. Maybe not. We'll see. Depending on if I do reviews, because I don't know what Jack will do with this footage anyway. But no, I would highly recommend Crawl. Like it's a really good movie. It's really surprising what it does well, and it keeps its focuses on the two main characters, like, and the Gators. Like that's all it focuses on. That's all it's about. It's like an hour and a half long, and it's a fun movie. Like you will get what you paid for, and you should expect no less. But be pleasantly surprised at what it does well in it. So, for a final verdict, I will give Crawl a 7.5 out of 10. It's a really good movie. I highly recommend it if you can. Though, to be fair, it's probably going to be overshadowed because Lion King's coming out really soon. I will get to a review of that, don't you worry. So, yeah, go see Crawl if you can. Like, it's good, especially on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays are cheap. Subscribe to Jack. I'm sure he's got a lot of projects that you want to check out. And, yeah, I might do this on my own often. We'll see how it goes. I'll see with the reception, because apparently some of you like me. For whatever reason. Alright. Thank you for viewing. Yeah. I'll fuck off now.